Hello again, this is Monday morning, we're back on site and we've got a few different jobs to do at the same flat with the views. We've got to replace, that's totally rotten, but we did manage to get these, which are the right spacings, but they're just slightly different, so might have to clean that up a bit. I've got a bit of, if you can see that, I'm a bit wet there. And the problem I've had is I've noticed the bidet is leaking at the back. So I had to get to these ball stop valves on either side, and when I was leaning down to do it, my chest was touching the tap, so I was getting wet there. Hopefully, I mean it's Monday morning, I don't know how long that's been leaking for. Hopefully there's no damage downstairs. Concrete floor, so it would take quite a bit to go through. Right, I'm going to take this out and put the new one in. This is the new keep, and these are, you can loosen these screws and move this box backwards and forwards to adjust the keep to pull in the door. There's a little pin, I don't know if you can see it, I'll lift the handle up. So that locates into the slot, and you can see as I lift the handle up, it pulls the door tight and closed. So that will make this much more secure, and it should stop any drafts and whistles and rain coming through. What I'm going to have to do is get some plastic cleaner just to make it look a bit tidy. That does look a bit unsightly. At least you can see where I've been. Right, I don't know if you remember, but these doors used to open all the way back, hit this part of the roof, and it knocked all the cement out the side, and it wasn't doing the door any favours. So what I've done now is I've fitted these opening restrictors. So there's a channel in the top of the door that this pin slides up and down. So the door works, opens and closes as it should do, but that's it. It kicks in at 90 degrees and holds the door there. So that it just stops it going too far open, and then you don't see anything when they're closed. Yeah. Now this one's not as bad as the other side. The keep, but I'm going to replace that anyway, because they come as a pair, and that's starting to go. So I'll swap that over. That's a new keep in the bottom. It's got steel in there, which made it very difficult to get these working, because these actually have like a bucket underneath that moves backwards and forwards, but it wouldn't go back far enough, so that's why I've had to put it slightly squiff. But when you close the door, it's nice and tight. You can push that and there's no gap there, and it looks like a dream now. So that's that one done. Right, this window was seized and I thought there's no way we'd get it back to life, but I've just put loads and loads of silicone on it, and yeah, all good. The only trouble is where the window shuts, it's not colouring up there. The window needs toe and healing. This end is too low down. So ideally, we'd take the beading off and repack the glass, which will push the frame up, but the beading's on the outside. And yeah, I'm not really gonna get a ladder from their balcony and do it. So I got a couple of options. I could move this hinge across ever so slightly, which will push that end up, but I don't really want to do that because it looks quite parallel down that side. I can try wedging it up and see what happens there. I'll give that a go. That's the easiest option. Right, it's now Wednesday. So sort of yesterday was a write-off. It didn't really happen. There was a lot going on. I had other stuff to do, so I didn't really get much work done. So we're back in the shower. My concern is if I'm going to get these off. These are glued on, so I'm going to have to use, I've got a multi-tool with a flat blade that will do it. But I'm concerned if I drop something on the floor, I don't want to damage these tiles because they look like they could be expensive. So I've got some plywood and a dust sheet, so I can put them around the shower so I can carry on removing bits. I'm hoping that the shower isn't supporting the weight of all this. I don't even know what that is. But once I get this off, I'll know more. So I'm going to start peeling bits off, and hopefully we can get the glass out. There's beads going around at the bottom, but I didn't want to do anything that in case something broke or dropped. But now, once the floor's protected, that'll make life a lot easier. Right, these are putting up a fight. I can see why I've got them now, because I don't know why they've got all these screws, external screws showing. So they're coming off, but maybe this silicon's glue's holding them tight. So once you get them away from the wall and start, you can wedge it out and get your scraper behind to break the joint. So we're getting there, and then we'll just start stripping it apart so we can hopefully take slide bits out, and we'll see more when we've still got to get these top bits out. Right, it looks like this is the same piece as this. So it goes right over the frame. So I might be able to get away with leaving that in. I'll start trying taking it out, but yeah, it's not easy. So right, I'm going to start dismantling the doors. I'll start with the screws. That's the door out, and the shower door. Yeah, put up a right fight. I had to cut through the aluminium, use my multi-saw with a metal blade, but still, it was a nightmare. It was just sealed everywhere. It was glued at the top. I've been cleaning up the edges just to get the glue off. I've done that side. Got a bit more to do there. I've got to take the shower tray out now. So I don't know if that'll be glued to the bottom, and I don't know if we can get the waste out from the top, but that screen is really heavy. So I need to get that out of the way. Give it a clean up. I'll get all the sealant off first. That sticks like the clear stuff here, which is a nightmare to get off. So yeah, clean up, some of the crap can go in the tray, and then have a go at getting the tray out. I've got to make sure I might be able to use their base if my shower and doors will fit between that opening. That's staying there, which is good. I was worried that was supported by the shower, so it's supporting itself. Hopefully it'll stay supporting itself. I might put a prop in and I'll leave it overnight if I haven't got the shower screen in by then. I took the middle bit out the waste, and you just unscrew it. It had silicone, that's the silicone that was sealing it all. Just keep unscrewing, it will come out. So I don't know if this is bedded on silicone. I'm going to get a chisel underneath it and pry it and see if it lifts up. I've cut through the silicone seal on the wall, so hopefully we should be able to slide it out now. I've taken the ply off the base. I've measured up. The new shower tray is very close to the size of the original one, but it's very tight trying to get in there. So I can either change the shower, the plywood, to get thinner plywood on the bottom, or, oh yeah, and I measured the panel, the side panel, the door, and the top of it comes up to there. So we've got a bit of an issue with height here. So I am going to have to take this off. I'm going to have to cut the marble with an angle grinder, and that's probably plywood. I'll know more when I get this off, and then if it is, I'll have to cut that with my multi-tool. So yeah, mask, hoover, angle grinder, a lot of noise. I'm going to pick up the shower panels so I can go over this marble to get these off. I think that's just glued on. The other one's probably the same. And I've got enough room to get 10mm shower panel on there. The waste is going here now, so I can cut this back and put a 45 wherever the waste needs to go. I've got a bit of pipe here so I can use that. So that's good, I've got the waste. Yeah, so it could have been easier, but didn't really want to get involved with this. But it's got to be done. Right, I'm going to go and pick up some bits. I'm going to go and get my van. I'm going to get an angle grinder, and then that might be the end of the day. I don't know. I'll see how I get on. I've got a thinner ply base. Oh, it's different day. It's Thursday now, and I'm not able to come back tomorrow here, which is a shame because I reckon today and tomorrow I could have this finished. So I've got a thinner ply base. That's 15mm instead of 18mm, and the reason I've done that is because the shower tray didn't fit under the marble. But once I've got the shower tray the same height as the original one was, their shower door was smaller. So obviously their shower door came 10mm lower than that, whereas the new one comes to there. So this had, where is it? Oh, there. This piece of marble, I think it is marble, it is actually marble, glued, and what a nightmare getting that off. I did bring an angle grinder and I was going to cut it the right height, but that would have been an absolute nightmare. So I'm going to try and get this one off. The biggest problem is if it drops or breaks, so I've got the safety specs on. Once that's off, it's plywood, and it looks like 2x50 by 50 planed. I can cut through the plywood with my multi-saw the right height, and then unscrew the 2x50 by 50 and push it up and rescrew it, fix it back in. Let's give it some strength. So I presume this is fixed through the ceiling as it is holding itself up. All the coving's holding it, but I'm going to prop off the shower door just to make sure that it stays where it is at the moment. But it'll be a lot lighter now because there's a bit of weight in there. If that was gloss white, it would be alright. I could use the shower boards and go up to it, but it's going to look awful. So I was going to have to go over this anyway with the shower board, so I might as well take it off and just put the shower board straight onto the ply. Right, the way I'm getting it off is, it's scary, but I'm getting a chisel, prying it up to get it away slightly, and then putting a wedge in it, and then moving along, and you can hear the silicone giving way, but the silicone's stuck so well, it's actually ripping the plywood off as you're pulling it off. So once you get it open a little bit, then you can get the crowbar in, and you can peel it back a bit more. And when you get it open enough, what I've been doing is wedging it, and then putting a handsaw up between the two and cutting the silicone, and that seems to free it off a bit. So I'll carry on with this one. Yeah, we got that one off. That wasn't too bad. There wasn't so much silicone there to hold it all together. So what I've got to do now is take this mark. That gives me the shower tray on top of the base, the shower door, and 5mm of clearance. So I can't just level that and presume the shower tray is going to be level. Presuming it is, but I'm going to do the same measurement from the corner and then the same measurement from here. So I know it's the right measurement for the shower door, rather than just doing it level. You only need to be a mil out on it and cause a nightmare with only 5mm to play with. And then I've only got 5mm packer to put up and give it a bit of strength in the corners. I didn't work on Friday because I had an opportunity to do some motorsport, and it doesn't happen very often here. So I took the opportunity and raced the car. Bank holiday Monday, so I'm back on the job on Tuesday, so see you next week.